Hello guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to solve a question under the range of a function. Okay, so we have been given f of x, which is x plus 1 divided by x minus 7, and we are told to find the range of f of x. Okay, so this is easy. To find the range of f of x, firstly, we need to find the inverse of f, because the range of f of x is the domain of the inverse of f. Okay, so let's start. We need to find f inverse of x. Okay, so to find f inverse of x, we have to let y be equal to f of x. So that is what we have to do. Okay, so let's start. We have y equal to x plus 1 divided by x minus 7. Okay, so in this case, we have to make x the subject of the formula. So we have to solve for x. Okay, so here we are going to simply cross multiply. So we are going to have y into x minus 7 equal to x plus 1. Okay, so now we are going to open this bracket. So we are going to have xy minus 7y equal to x plus 1. Okay, so at this point, since we want to make x the subject of the formula, we are going to bring like terms together. So every term which has x, we are going to put it on one side, and those which do not contain x, we are going to send it to another side of the equal to sign. Okay, so we will send this way, and we will take this way. So from there, we are going to have xy minus x equal to 1 plus 7y. Okay, so as we can see on this side we have xy minus x, but x is not yet the subject of the formula because we are still seeing y here. Because for x to be the subject of the formula, we need to have only one x here, but we are seeing more than one. We are seeing 2x, and we are also seeing y. So let's solve that. So from here we can simply factor out x. So we will be left with y minus 1 equal to 1 plus 7y. Okay, so from here, since we have factored out x, we can finally make it the subject of the formula by dividing both sides by y minus 1. So here we'll also have y minus 1. So it will cancel there. So we will be left with x equal to 1 plus 7y divided by y minus 1. Okay, so that is what we have. And then from there we can say that f inverse of x is equal to 1 plus 7x. Okay, so since we have made x the subject of the formula, here every other thing which has y, we are going to replace it with x. So from there we are going to have, or that's why we have 1 plus 7x divided by x minus 1. So this is our f inverse of x. But that is not all. That is not what they asked us to do. They did not ask us to find f inverse of x. We were asked to find the range of f of x. And remember, as I told you earlier, the range of f of x is the domain of f inverse of x. So now that we have f inverse of x, we can simply state the domain, and that domain will be our range. Okay, so our denominator, we have x minus 1. So to find the domain, we equate that to 0. We equate it to 0 and we make x the subject of the formula. So we have x equal to 1. Okay, so that 1 is our domain, but we cannot just write it like that. We need to write it in a formal form. So there are two ways in which we can write our domain. First, we can just write it as, our range. First, we can just write it as the range, which is 1. This is just a straightforward form. So we can write it as range is 1, or we can say x is an element of R and x is not equal to 1. So here we write it in this form. We can write in that form if we like. It depends on what fits us, what is better for us, what will make us to easy understand. Okay, so this is a simpler and short form, but here we are saying x is an element of R and x is not equal to 1. X is not equal to 1 because if we substitute 1 in the place of x in this function, we are going to have 1 plus 7x divided by 0, which will make it undefined. So that is why we are saying x should not be equal to 1. Okay, so that is all for finding the range of f of x. Remember, to find the range, we need to find f inverse of x, and we need to find the domain of f inverse of x, and that domain is our range of f of x. So that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.